Move on and talk about some of these teams right now that I guess you could say they got knocked down in week one. And that includes the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. They're 0-1 right now. So I'm going to ask you, Michael, is it time for the Chief fans to worry?
No, it is not time for the Chiefs fans to worry. I mean, this is a team that if they made it into the playoffs at 9-7, 9-8, 10-7, you take it because they didn't have Chris Jones, who led all interior linemen 15.5 sacks last year. They only had 1 sack in this game, 4 quarterback pressures. He changes all of that. No receiver had over 50 yards in the game. Travis Kelce, he gets that in the first quarter, and he wasn't in the game. So I think with those two back, completely changes this team, completely changed the confidence in Mahomes and who he's going to distribute the ball to. And I just think the Chiefs are a team you do not worry about.
Howie, the Bengals not only lost, their offense stunk. Reason to worry?
You know, I typically say, well, they've gotten off to slow starts before. Joe Burrow's missed time in the preseason, hasn't taken a lot of snaps in the preseason. This is his first game back after the calf injury. There was nowhere for Joe Burrow to go. This was not on Joe Burrow. They got whipped up front. And, you know, I think Cleveland with the new coordinator, they blitz him 41% of the time. Protection's an issue. But you look at the schedule and you say, the only dominant defensive front they see before Cleveland in Week 18 is the San Francisco 49ers. So they've got time to get this figured out. It's a brutal division.
But, wow, Joe Burrow, 82 yards. You go, that just doesn't seem right.
Gronk, you grew up in Buffalo. Time for that fan base to worry right now.
Yes, I would say a little bit. And I feel like the whole organization, the fan base, they're buying into that narrative that the window of opportunity is closing for the Bills. And if the Bills want to win week in and week out, Josh Allen has to be on his A game every single time. But here's the problem. Since Ken Dorsey has taken over as an offensive coordinator, Josh Allen has led the league in turnovers. He definitely misses his old coach, Brian Daboll.
1 year, not have him back.
He can't have him back. We lost one game, TB. Relax.
Well, all three of those teams with one more win, they can get to 500. TB, the Vikings, they're already 0-2 right now.
Yeah, last year they didn't lose their second game until the 11th game of the season. I, for one, am not fired up about Minnesota. I'm sorry, I just can't. They're always a team. I think Kirk Cousins does a great job at quarterback, but they put up the numbers. They won a lot of close games last year, but they don't win the big games. They get in the playoffs, they go right out, they lose. Just a good team that just can't go anywhere, and so I've just lost all my confidence in them. I like watching them play.
Yeah.
But I don't have any confidence in them at all in moving on and possibly going to the Super Bowl. No way.
Well, first of all, they got to get a win, which they haven't done just yet.
Well, they must be 0-2.
They are 0-2.
Oh, my
You
God.
got it. Exactly.